Chocolate is amazing. It is full of antioxidants. It boosts your energy, as well as reduces your stress, increases your concentration, and benefits your mental health. Like most people, I absolutely love chocolate. Even though I'm allergic to it, I still eat it. But what is better than good chocolate? Cheap chocolate, right? However, not all chocolate that is cheap is good. And I'm not talking about the quality, but rather the impact it has on over 1 million lives. Today we are going to find out some of the problems in the manufacturing of cheap chocolate, as well as some of the solutions. To start out, we should probably talk about the problems. 60 to 70% of all cocoa beans come from Ivory Coast as well as Guam. Cocoa beans are the main product in the production of chocolate. The story first broke in 2000 with a film called Slavery, A Global Expedition, and has since then been followed by several different news sites, including the Daily Beast. These areas are home to over 1 million children slaves. Children are either sold into slavery by their family or they are kidnapped and then sold into slavery. The average age for these children is between 12 and 16. However, they can be as young as 5 years old. During the first 6 months, they go through a breaking-in period where they are severely beaten. They are also exposed to several hazardous chemicals because the area that cocoa beans grow in has an excessive amount of bugs. Ale Debe, a near 11-year-old boy, said, "Beatings were part of my life." He further went on to say some of the cruelties that he had to face as a slave. He had to carry extremely heavy bags of cocoa beans. If he did not carry these fast enough, he was whipped. If he ever fell while he was carrying these, he was whipped until he was able to pick them back up and go again. After he was done working 14 hours a day, he was put in a small shed with the rest of the children and given only the cheapest food to eat, such as bananas and corn paste. If they ever tried to escape, they were severely beaten again. And this isn't just his story. In between 2009 to 2014, child slavery in these areas has risen 51%, making it 1.4 million today. And it's not just boys, but 40% of these are girls. 1.4 million is equivalent to every child born in America for almost 5 whole months. But why do these farmers resort to children's slavery? According to the Food Empowerment Program, it's because they simply don't get paid enough. The average farmer gets paid a little less than $2 per day, and that is significantly small when you know that the chocolate industry sells $88 billion worth of chocolate in 2014. This money is then divided. 70% of it goes straight to the manufacturers, while the farmers are left to split a meager 6%. Thus, they are forced to resort to the cheapest labor possible. There are laws in place that try to reduce child slavery as well as child labor laws. However, these farms are so remote and isolated, they are unable to be enforced. Now that we know some of the issues and that farmers are doing this only out of desperation, let's look at some of the problems. Let's look at some of the solutions that have been proposed. According to US Uncut, in 2001, after the release of the film, Congress dabbled with the idea of putting a slave-free logo on certain brands, including chocolate. However, this was tabled until the year 2020. After the release of the film Slavery: A Global Expedition, the chocolate manufacturers claimed that they had no idea this was going on, and they band together to create a plan to end slavery within 3 years. However, this deadline was not met, and they postponed it for 2 more years. After several more extensions and postponements, it now sets at the year 2020 as well. The final and best solution is to purchase Fair Share chocolate. The main difference between Fair Share chocolate and regular chocolate is the price. For this Hershey's bar, I paid 85 cents before tax. When you divide that up by ounces, it's 54 cents per ounce. For this Divine bar, I paid $3.99. That is $1.14 per ounce. Now, there is a reason that this is almost twice as much as this. It is because Fair Share makes sure that everyone involved in the process gets a livable wage. from the harvester all the way up to the person that puts it in boxes. There are several different types of Fair Share brands that you can find, such as Divine, Cliff Bar, Great and Black, Cloud9, as well as Endangered Species Chocolate. And the list goes on. The best ways that you can purchase this is either to go online, which gives you a very large selection as well as variety, or to go to your local grocery store with a acceptable list. However, they will be harder to find there. Now we know a little bit more about the problem, as well as the solutions. 60 to 70% of all cocoa beans come from Guam and Ivory Coast. However, they are so poor there, they are forced to resort to slavery. Congress, as well as the manufacturers, are not going to do anything until the year 2020. So the best thing that you can do is to purchase Fair Share chocolate. When you purchase Fair Share chocolate, you'll not only feel better that you're eating chocolate that's not made on the backs of children and slaves, but because you'll be sending a message that says that you will not stand for this inhumanity and cruelty to other human beings. So next time you're ready to reach for that sweet treat, I want you to remember this quote from Drillits. When people eat chocolate, they are eating flesh. So, which one will you choose?